guys, welcome back to my channel where we spill tea left, right, and everywhere in between. In today's video, we are covering the return of the besties, Shane, Trisha, Jeffree, and James Charles. Just kidding, kind of. As well as Kanye being a literal weirdo and Kim doing the damn thing and getting back a little independence. But before we get into the video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell as we do post new videos every single day. Sometimes you get some hot tea and sometimes you get a deep dive where we go into detail on some of your favorite influencers and celebrities. You can head over to the Hot Tea Twitter account and follow us there and send us over any topics or tea that you would love to hear covered. There is a lot to get into today, so cozy up and let's spill some tea. So there are things between Jeffree Star and Trisha that have not been going well, but they have been quiet since the end of their friendship, with neither really saying too much about the other. At Jeffree's recent skincare launch party, the Hollywood Fix directly asked Jeffree what we had all been wondering.
Trisha Paytas is having a baby. Have you reached out to her? Have you congratulated her?
I have not.
Do you think maybe you will?
At this point, yes, cold tea, but it loops back to something else I want to cover really quick in just a moment. During a live stream of Trisha's recently, someone asked her if anyone unexpected from her past reached out to congratulate her about her pregnancy. She said that they had not and that it would have been weird if they did anyways, as once the no talking boundary has been set, it shouldn't be crossed. We speculated that she might be talking about Ethan and Hila, but she could have also been talking about Jeffree, Shane, and Ryland.
Trisha, congrats, bitch. That's nuts. I think she's always wanted to be a mom, so that's kind of awesome.
It's hard to tell if Jeffree is being genuine or not, or if he's just trying to keep the peace considering that he had just launched a new product. It could be that they're all just trying to stay away from each other and stay away from the drama though. Jeffree was also asked by a reporter about his feelings on seeing Shane for the launch, and Jeffree said that they're still best friends even though all the drama, well, Ethan Klein actually had a little bit to say about this.
So Shane's here tonight.
Right, I noticed
he never
that.
leaves the house and you're about to see him. We're actual real best friends. Even through all the drama and craziness, we always have each other's back.
That's not what Trisha told me.
That's a reliable source.
Well, she was friends with all of them. No comment further than that.
The Jeffree clip continues with the reporter asking if him and Shane had fallen out over any of it, and Jeffree is adamant that they have remained close and not fought, to which Ethan chimes in and quote, "That's not what I heard." We know that Trisha and Ethan were close for a minute there before it all fell apart, and while the beginning of Trisha and Ethan's friendship, she was still very much Team Shane and defended him a lot, that all ended in a fiery crash as well. So likely with Ethan being close to Trisha, she likely would have vented to him about the situation. And it's not a secret that she's not the best at keeping secrets or sugarcoating any words. But like Ethan's producer mentions, maybe she's not the most reliable source. That same night though, we know Shane and Ryland joined the party for Jeffree's launch and was also questioned outside before going in. I think the reporter might have been a little behind as he was asking about a possible return to YouTube and if Shane will be posting again, which he has been. But the reporter, and fair play to him, asks a very direct question.
Yeah, I'm just curious. Are you friends with James Charles?
I really thought you were going to say Jamie Lynn, and I was
Jamie Lynn? No. I'm just curious.
I'm not trying to get canceled again.
Okay, because James, like, he got canceled too, and I talked to him, and he kind of bounced back.
At this point, who hasn't? You know?
Shane kind of dances around the question, and honestly he kind of makes light of his cancellation. What's more, he makes light of James's cancellation a little bit, and in my opinion, James' cancellation is not funny, like literally at all. And what's more, James is still posting and acting like nothing has happened and is carrying on as normal, and it's infuriating. Shane really doesn't answer the James question at all, and the conversation just continues on in a different direction. Ryland corrects the reporter, letting him know that Shane has in fact been posting, but as for the James Charles question, like nothing. Very strategic on Shane's part, but I'm personally disappointed. The reporter also asks Shane if his channel has been demonetized, and Shane just...
Did YouTube demonetize your account?
Yeah. But listen, and I know you, so I don't want to be one of those people.
Yeah.
Also, nobody cares. But also, I am really happy.
I'm not convinced, but I also feel a little awkward with the reporter asking, like, he doesn't have to tell us, right? Or do you think that he's obliged to disclose if he's making money off of his videos? What do you guys think about this? Should Shane have had more to say? Should he have just stayed home? Let's discuss the comment section because I love seeing your insight on these issues. But speaking of this whole circus, let's actually circle back to Trisha real quick. Trisha has been surprisingly quiet during the entirety of the David versus Jeff drama, and I was pretty shocked by that because she was so for David being cancelled back during the frenemies era. She would talk about it on the regular and was just very obviously not a fan of David. She seemed relatively indifferent to Jeff though. During his appearance on the Frenemies podcast, even though there was a weird situation between Trisha and Jeff at a Starbucks where he apparently walked out in an attempt to avoid her. He even left his coffee order there in haste. Anyways, it was seen that Trisha actually liked a tweet of Jeff's, and she mentions this during a recent live stream.
I saw some tweets and then I unliked the tweet because I didn't want to start drama. Literally, I liked a tweet and then some drama channel was just like, Trisha and Jeff team up against it. And like,
Trisha says that she is just no longer part of all the drama or that world anymore. And yes, she liked the tweet, but swiftly unliked it as drama channels were kicking up a fuss about the fact. She does explain why she liked it though.
I was just happy to see him, like, you know, release some frustrations, you know? I don't know. I didn't want to start any drama, but I just was like, oh, you know, supportive of it.
She said that Jeff always seemed to just brush the situation off and she was worried about him. So I guess by her liking this tweet, she felt it was her way of supporting him through this. Let's move on into some Kanye drama, as it's been a little while since we talked about this. There has been a lot that's happened, but most recently, Ye released a new music video and it's disturbing. The song is called Easy and is actually a song about the game that features Ye. The video itself is black and white, super dark, and features a lot of death-inspired imagery, but the song itself, I can't lie, it's good. Don't come for me, the song's just good. Anyways, Ye's part starts around 1 minute and 20 seconds, and of course, considering the nature of the video, I can't include much, if any, of it here, but it does include a clay-made Kanye riding through the dunes on a bike and kidnapping what people are speculating is another clay depiction of Pete Davidson. Kanye mentions both his children and the divorce in his part of the song, along with saying, matter of fact, pick up your sis, we'll go to courts together, which is an obvious play on words, as when I looked up the lyrics, courts is spelled with a K. Ye even mentions buying the house next door, and that he was saved from the crash only so he could, quote, beat Pete Davidson's ass. In this part of the video, Ye seems to take what is a decapitated Pete Davidson and plant him among some roses. The music video ends with the words, everyone lived happily ever after except you know who, but it says Skeet all scribbled out, who we know to be Ye's nickname for Pete Davidson. The whole thing is honestly like a little shocking, but honestly that is probably exactly what Kanye is hoping for. He is pushing the limits with his media presence and obviously really trying to get and keep everyone's attention, whether he is issuing out serious threats to Pete or if it's been said that it's just for publicity, we don't know yet. But if any of this is serious, it's not okay. People are allowed to move on, and Kanye just moved on multiple times since his split from Kim. So for him to obsessively talk about Kim and the family and now her boyfriend or whatever, it's gross and very concerning. There's a line from Ye's part that says, I don't negotiate with therapists, and a lot of people have said that the recent behavior from Ye is clear that his mental health is struggling and has hit an all-time high or low. I know that when Pete told Kanye it was okay to be on his meds, he was joking, but maybe Kanye has seriously just gotten off whatever medication he may have been on or whatever therapy that he was going through. It seems that he's free-falling and not mincing any of his words. The music video is disturbing and, in my opinion, another example of how selfish Kanye is. I don't want to hear about how Kim did this or that the Kardashians are the worst. Literally, there are kids involved and he's spreading threatening and scary imagery everywhere against mommy's new boyfriend. The kids have access to phones. Doesn't he realize that they'll see this? Does he realize what message that is sending them? Maybe he just doesn't care and it's more important to him to portray this badass image that is pretending to fight for his woman or whatever. While we are on the topic of the West/Kardashians though, Kim has officially been granted her request to be legally single again and is restoring her name back to Kardashian, subsequently dropping the West. I found a TikTok that explains the entire case and I found it so interesting I figured I would include that here so she can explain a little more in depth what this particular case was all about.
So then we cut to December 2021, where Kim Kardashian asked the court to declare her legally single and to restore her birth name before the details of child custody and property were sorted out. This is is super common in complicated divorces. On February 16th, 2022, Kanye West files a motion opposing Kim Kardashian's request to be legally single.
What?
Kanye argues that Kim's motion should be denied so that she could refile it with the following mandatory corrections and requested revisions. Number 1, Kanye's right to reimbursement remains intact if either of the parties die before the final property judgment is made.
Literally, what?
Kanye and Kim have a prenup that controls what happens to their property. So not only is this condition moot and unnecessary, it's fucking weird. Second request, Kim Kardashian does not transfer assets out of any trusts they created together. And Kim needs access to her trusts to run her businesses.
Oh my god.
Kanye requests that Kardashian and her future spouse waive their marital privileges until a custody decision has been made. Ridiculous. I'm literally embarrassed for Kanye's legal team's life and soul. What Kim does say in her reply is that it is Mr. West's bitterness and unhappiness that she seeks relief from.
So you guys, she is at Legal Body on TikTok, and her video really helped to break down that case and understand better what an actual insane person Kanye is. Anyway, Kim was granted her motion and is no longer Kim West. I am not sure what that means for her KKW business, if they're keeping the same name or not. I personally wouldn't, and the headache of changing it would be all too worth it for me. But let's not glaze over the fact that this is a very dangerous situation right now, not only for Kim, but also for the kids. The whole thing is scary and icky, and people just deserve the right to move on without being threatened for it. In some more kind of random TikTok related news, a TikToker got arrested this week after FBI agents linked his shoes to a string of armed robbery cases in Detroit. TikToker Chosen Terrell Hannah was arrested and then later confessed to 4 convenience store robberies over a 3-month span. Chosen almost has 150,000 followers on TikTok and started his chain of armed robberies in December, ending in February. FBI agents linked his shoes when they came across one of his dancing videos and were able to connect him directly to the scene of the crime. The FBI didn't come across the TikToker's account on their own. They actually did receive an anonymous tip-off. After that, investigators conducted surveillance outside Chosen's home and later raided and seized items that were believed to be involved in the robberies. Chosen is charged with robbery affecting interstate commerce and possessing a firearm during a violent crime. Chosen faces more than 20 years behind bars, which would make him 42 before he's released. And that's gonna be it for today's video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell as we do post new videos every single day. For now, here's some eye bleach so you can hopefully enjoy the rest of your day.